All right, we're gonna go. Guys, I really want to talk to you today about the scalper. I know that last week we did go over the scalper a little bit and we went over the compounding plan. I did email it to those who asked me for it. I emailed you both the 200 pip and dip and the 500 pip and dip plan. So I really hope that you guys take advantage of that. And again, just to touch a little bit on the trading plan again, guys, go through it. Like literally commit to yourselves and do it. One of the things that and I keep having this conversation with a lot of the same people, it's that you got to have a separate trading account when you're doing your compounding plan, because that fear of missing out, and again, the hardest thing as a trader, the hardest thing to do as a trader is to not trade. And so for those of you guys that feel like that, you're gonna have to open up a separate trading account for your compounding plan. That way you can get your trades out of the way and then, excuse me, switch over to the other account and really just take the trades on that separate account. If you guys want to keep trading, that's fine. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying that you guys really need to be able to separate the two, so then that way you can have the discipline and the commitment to keep trading, to keep building that account. And guys, I promise you that discipline is going to help you in your trading. It's going to help you grow as a trader. It's going to help you in so many areas of your life, because you're forced to like stop yourself. You're forced to really take the profit, use proper risk management. And again, it's really going to help you guys. Okay, so with that being said, I do want to go over the scalper, and also I'm going to go over the calls, that the trades that are given out on our Swipecoin app. For those of you guys that are brand new and you guys just enrolled, then you know that DCX is a digital currency academy, part of IM Mastery Academy. It is one of the subjects that you can choose from besides HFX and Forex, right? And so the Digital Currency Academy not only gives you the curriculum, but it also gives you the live sessions with like brilliant traders. I love to call them genius traders when it comes into the crypto world. And it gives you access to the live sessions, so you can actually interact with them live. It gives you access to scanners that can help you trade. It gives you access to an app that you can have on your phone that literally calls out trades that you can take. So you can, wherever you're at, doesn't matter where you're at, you can be, if you do have a job, you could be at work. If you're traveling, you could be at the airport. You can just be out and about. And if you get that notification that there is a trade alert, then you guys don't have to miss the trade. Now, unfortunately, when we do get these trade alerts, whether it be a trade alert that there's an actual trade being called out, or whether it be an alert that the scalper just called out a possible buy or sell, that fear of missing out is always going to follow us. Okay, we're human, you guys. It's going to happen. Now, the reason why I always go over that in every single call is because that is the one thing that you guys have to overcome as traders. And it is the hardest thing to overcome. And I've said this so many times, that fear of missing out is going to be the reason why you guys blow more accounts than anything. Okay, and so that's something that you guys have to really work on for yourselves, for your trading career. All right, but I wanted to go over the trades that they call out, because it's important to know how to take those trades. It's important to know that you're not supposed to rush into the trades. You're supposed to read what it is that the educators are telling you, and you're supposed to proceed with caution. Now, a lot of the times I've had so many people that they tell me that, this certain trade was a bad trade, but I look at the trade and I was like, it hit. Like the TPs hit. What do you mean it was a bad trade? But it was a bad trade for them because they got in too soon. And prematurely entering a trade is going to mess you up. All right. Like, you guys have to understand that there are certain check marks or a checklist that you guys as traders should have for yourselves. Okay. Now, with crypto, I feel, and not just with crypto, you guys, I feel like it's with every single, Forex, indices, whether you're trading HFX, like, you have to have your checklist. Like, you have to have the things that are confirmations for you to be able to take a trade. And I don't like when people, they say that, that the trades aren't good, because the trades are great. Now, some of them are bad because obviously we can't predict the market 100%, but with certain candles, if you're looking at the candles and you're looking how they open and how they close, where the strength lies, whether it's with the buyers or with the sellers, right? If you guys are using Fibs, then that if it doesn't pass the 382, 236 area, the white hot zone, then you know that it's not an active fib, right? So like there's so many different confirmations that you guys as traders are going to be using depending on your style of trading, right? And that's one of the things that, again, aside from your trading journal that you guys should have, you should have your checklist, and you guys should be following your checklist every single time you take a trade. Because I know, and I speak from experience, you guys, again, everything that I tell you, it is from experience. When I take a trade, there's sometimes where I'm just like, oh, why did I take this trade? Like this candle like clearly is showing me that the sellers took control, and like it's supposed to go down, and I took this trade and blah blah blah. And so there's so many times where I still forget to check everything off, and it messes me up. But the times that I check everything off my checklist, I'm patient, I wait for safe entries and use proper risk management, it's a win-win. I was on the phone with Daniel. He's one of our guys, and yesterday we were just going back and forth. I was just ping-ponging Ethereum all day yesterday, you guys. I caught every single buy, every single sell. It was beautiful. I loved it. I went 11-0 yesterday in my trading, and I just love it. I love the fact that when you're using your proper risk management, and when you're putting your safety net in profit, and when you're following your own checklist, your own rules, just how well you can do. And so my question always is with people, with anybody in the trading industry, is, are you making money? Because in all honesty, if you guys aren't making money, you are going to quit. You're going to quit on this academy, you're going to quit on yourselves, and you're going to walk away and say that this doesn't work, and that's it. And I hate that. I hate seeing that, because there's so many people that when I see people that enroll into this academy, and when I see personally, I've felt, I've seen, I've experienced the profits, and so I know that it works. And when I see somebody walk away and it sucks, whether they're in my trading group or not, I always feel like I failed them, because I feel like there's so much value in this academy and they just didn't get it. Or sometimes, of course, we could lead a horse to water, but we can't make it drink. I know for a fact that they have to put their part as well, but it still doesn't stop me from feeling like that. Does that make sense? And I know a lot of you guys can feel the same way, or you guys can relate. And so I always try to tell you guys what it is that the academy doesn't quite show you. And guys, I've heard these educators, I've heard them speak on their lives. I know that they're saying a lot of the same stuff. So it's just a matter of, are you guys really listening? Are you guys really applying the knowledge? They say that knowledge is power, but knowledge is nothing if not applied. You have to apply the knowledge in order for it to be powerful. You know what I'm saying? So every time that you guys hear something, don't just take notes, like apply that knowledge, apply it to your own trading, apply it, you guys, because that is what's going to get you guys to the next level. Okay, so one of the things, again, your checklist for your trading, what are the confirmations that you guys use? Now, you already know I like to use Bollinger Bands. I use a MACD. I use Fibs. I look at my candles, and I always check the scalper, the Swipecoin scalper, for confirmations. Now, yeah, what do you mean by that? Well, sometimes I may see a solid buy, but there is a sell in the scalper. So that sell doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to go down, but it's something that I always look for, and I'm patient, right? So I that's just another confirmation that I look for in my trading. So what are your guys's checklists? Like, that is something that you have to think about. Now, if you're on this call and you think, well, that's not that important, bullshit, it is. Because I promise you guys, if you have every single one of those confirmations checked, it's like when, do you guys remember when the Sensei strategy came out, and everybody was like, oh, it was just like the best thing ever. Everybody loved it because there's so many confirmations, and then you take the trade, right? And everybody loved it because those confirmations, like if you had them, like it was a go. And it should be the same for your trading. Like I remember sitting there and thinking like, I need to have confirmations for my trading for crypto. Like I want like something like that for crypto. And I mean, I just basically created it for myself, and I have my checklist. And when I have all of those checks, and when I can be patient and really use proper risk management, then that trade is a go. And guys, I did not only go 11-0 yesterday, but I had like 0 to like minimal drawdown. Like you have no idea how little drawdown I had. And I always think, like, people say, well, it's because the drawdown, it's this. And I'm just like, you're getting in too early. Same with the scalper, right? So there's so many different factors, you guys, that I want you guys to be able to trade crypto and really like fall in love with it, right? Like, yes, money is great, guys. That's the reason why we all got into this industry. Let's not lie to ourselves or lie to people, right? You all got in here because you wanted to make some extra money. You guys got in here because you were looking for a way to retire. You got into this because you wanted to pay off your bills, pay off your mortgage. I'm older, you guys, so I'm gonna obviously go towards mortgage, cars, college tuition for my son, right? But for the younger kids, like, you guys want your cars, you guys want to be able to do something and not have to go like actually get a job. You know what I mean? Maybe pay for the college yourself. Maybe you yourselves want to help out your parents, right? So we all got into this for money. Okay, like, we all got this. That is the end result. But in order for you guys to get the money, you have to fall in love with the process of getting that money. If not, the money's never going to come. If you guys absolutely hate trading, or if you guys aren't doing it right, then that money's never going to come. That end result is never going to get there. Now, a lot of you guys might get lucky and get a trade here and there, but what's the point of making a $20 profit or even $100 profit and then you take $150 loss, right? Because you guys jumped the gun, you got into it in too soon, you didn't move your safety net. So these are the things that I really want you guys to think about. And don't lie to yourselves, guys. You guys can lie to your people all day long, but don't lie to yourself. All right, because at the end of the day, this is a like IBO. For those of you guys that don't know, it stands for independent business owners, meaning independent, meaning it's yours, meaning only you. Like, you're in business for yourself, not by yourself, but for yourself, right? And when you're trading for yourself. You're trading your account. You're trading your money. So it is for you. So you can lie to everybody if you want, but don't lie to yourself. If you know you're jumping the gun, that's on you. If you know that you're greedy, that's on you. If you know that you still don't know, that's on you. You know what I mean? But you can fix all of that. And that's where I always tell you guys, ask yourself the question, why am I not winning? Why am I not making money? Why am I not being profitable when there's profitable trades being given? Okay. Now, a lot of the times, these trades that are given out are wins, you guys. XRP, Nick's accuracy, it is insane for a trader. I'm like, if you guys aren't taking advantage, and it's so funny because on my Discord with my group, you guys, I trade Ethereum and I trade Bitcoin religiously all day long. And I forget to trade XRP. And I tell people, I'm like, man, if you see my profits, because, you know, obviously I show them my profits in our Discord, but I go, if you see those profits with just Ethereum and Bitcoin, imagine if I threw XRP in the mix. Like, I forget. And it's not that I don't know how to trade it, because I mark it up just the same. I mean, I trade it, I just forget. And so, like, I want you guys to understand that XRP, the trades that Nick Gomez gives, the accuracy that he has for his trades are like, it is an insane accuracy. Like, he is, yeah, he's the GOAT. Like, if you guys aren't on his sessions, and he's going to have a boot camp, you guys, for every single one of you guys on this call, he's going to have a boot camp starting September 1st on his Go Lives. He's going to go over everything. I'm going to be on those calls, you guys. I'm going to be taking notes. Because I'm a student always. There's always something that I'm going to learn. And even if it's something that I've already heard, I'm a different person now than I was when I first heard it. I'm a different trader now. I'm much more, you know, how do you call it? Like, calm and emotionless when it comes to my trading. And I'm going to understand things differently. So I recommend you guys be on those calls, like, be on that boot camp. Okay. Because that's something that you guys all need to see. And if you guys have him on Instagram, or if you guys have, obviously, the app, it's going to be in there and all of the notifications. If you're on the Discord, just check it out, you guys. I recommend all of you guys to be on those calls, because that's where you're going to go back to basics and learn it. And sometimes a lot of us as traders, sometimes we need to go back to basics. Man, you guys don't even know how many times I've watched Curtis Cobain's videos. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I've watched those puppies, all 8 videos, the ones that I'm always pointing out there for people to start with. I've watched them numerous times. I remember the first time I was in COVID, I watched them twice, all over again. And if you all know Curtis Cobain's videos, they're not short. They're like 2-3 hours long, sometimes even 4 hours long. Like, that boy can talk. And I don't fast forward. I just watch his videos. But because I'm always picking up something, you guys, and that's something that again, I've invested that time for me to learn, right? So for those of you guys that are taking these trades or are seeing these trades, like you need to ask yourself, like, why am I not making money? Why am I not being profitable? And again, do not lie to yourself. The more that you lie to yourself, you guys, it's gonna, like, the less money you're gonna make. Does that make sense? Like the more losses or lessons you're gonna take because you're not being truthful. And there's something that we always preach, and I know that you guys all have mentors, have somebody that brought you into this business. Maybe you guys got into personal development, and you guys already know that the energy that you put out, you attract, right? Like what you put out, you attract. They say it in the Bible. If you guys are religious, they say it like Tony Robbins. Everybody talks about the energy, like you got to be what you want to attract, right? A lot of you guys are over here lying and saying all of this stuff, but in your mind, you guys are losing. And you can say it all day long, but if you don't believe it and feel it, you're going to attract that energy. Like there's a difference between saying it. We got all these personal development books that they tell you, say this and say your daily affirmation. You can say your daily affirmations all day long, but if you don't believe them, you're not going to attract it. You're going to attract the negative that consumes your mind. So if you guys are over here speaking all this positive about trading, about you guys making, I'm so happy and grateful, I'm making $15,000 a month as a trader, I'm so happy, but then in your mind you're like, shit, I keep losing, shit, I keep doing this, or shit, you know, like you guys have all these negative thoughts. That is what's consuming you. Those are your feelings. That is what the energy that you guys are putting out, and that's what you're going to attract. So that's where you guys got to stop lying to yourself. Be honest, right? You got to find out what it is that is stopping you from taking that next step. And guys, the biggest thing that blocks people, and this is not just for trading, this is for anything in your life. Like think about this, anything in your life that you're having problems, whether it be a relationship, a job, friendship, whatever. Think about it. Anything that you're having a problem with right now, you are probably the person or the reason why you're not getting to the next level. You're blocking yourself. And the reason for that is because a lot of the times we don't want to admit to ourselves that we're wrong. Sometimes we're the toxicas in a relationship. Sometimes we're the toxic guys. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys have to admit it. Like there's some reasons why things aren't happening. In trading, you guys may be jumping the gun. You may be greedy. You may be letting your ego get in the way. The only way that you guys are going to get to the next level is if you guys, first of all, understand that you are the reason why, like it is something that is coming from within. The next thing is to accept it and then forgive yourself and make the change that needs to be made to get to the next level. Okay. And so that's, I had somebody that was on a call one time and they're like, yeah, I was going to quit. But then you said that it's me, I'm blocking myself. Like it's my own fault. Because honestly, you guys, there's so many people making money in this academy for it not to work. Like if 10 people on this call, they tell me, yeah, this didn't work, it was horseshit, whatever, I'm going to be like, okay, bye. Because it's not that it didn't work, it's just that you didn't put in the work. And I'm not talking about the work in trading, because a lot of the times the work that needs to be done is up here and in here for it to come out there. Does that make sense? So you guys need to stop lying to yourselves. Okay. That's one of the big things that you guys need to really do, because then we can tackle the real root of the problem. Okay. Now, again, I say this because what we're going to go over today is how to take the trades. Like I had one of our guys that he messaged me and he's like, yeah, how come there's a buy here, but there's a sell over here? And because it is kind of confusing. Sometimes you will get a buy in you know, somebody calls a trade and then you're going to get a sell on the scalper. And so you have to understand why it's being called that way and how to take the trade. Because again, too many people are just putting so much weight on these little arrows from the scalper, or putting too much weight on the trade itself from the educator, that they're not doing their own research. Where's your checklist? You can't put all of your eggs in Nick Gomez's basket. Love him, accuracy is great, but you can't do it. You cannot put all of your eggs. Please do not put all of your eggs in Picasso's basket, because Picasso's a genius and he calls out great trades. But if you don't know how to take his trades, you guys are going to lose. You guys are going to be in the red, right? So you guys have to remember that, again, this is your business. Those educators are there to give you their knowledge, but you still have to do your part. And I think that that's where a lot of people, they forget and they don't do it. And they just see a trade and they're like, oh, I'm going to take this trade. Okay. So guys, with that being said, I'm going to go into the Swipecoin app. Okay, so for those of you guys that don't know, Swipecoin comes with an app. Okay, now this app is for your phone. Again, I love it because you can get these notifications from, you know, wherever you're at. Now, guys, there was an Ethereum trade that was called out just a while ago. Okay, now this is something that you guys have to look at. And because, and I'm going to use this trade as an example because this is the one that one of my guys called. It was called 2 hours ago. Okay, now this trade was for a buy. All right, now on the Swipecoin scalper, if you go to Ethereum, there's a sell right here. Now this sell, obviously it played out great. Like this was a good sell. If you would have taken it, actually they called it to break and close down here, so it wasn't a good sell. But this was a big sell, and I actually caught this sell on the way down using Fibs. But when you see this and then you're getting this, it's contradictive, right? You're like, okay, well, there's an arrow, like there's no confirmation on the scalper or whatever. Now, you guys have to understand that the educators are going off of their own confirmations for a buy. Now, I was actually in on this buy based off of Fibs as well. And so I was already in on a buy when Nick called the buy, and I was like, oh, confirmation, right? That it was going to be a good trade. Now, if we click on it, you guys, and we look to see what it says, he tells you here that all of the entry points, like he gives you 2 entry points, entry price 1, entry price 2. He gives you your safety net, AKA your stop loss. And then he gives you your take profit, you know, targets, both, you know, 1, 2, and 3, if you want to, you know, have that swing trade. Now, for those of you guys that saw this and jump right in, you probably were negative because this went up and then it came back down. Okay. Now, these trades, when he called out this buy, and you're still looking at the Swipecoin, like you can be scared because you're like, oh, well, this was a sell, like it could still come down. You're right, it could still come down. It could totally still come down. But right now, this trade is in profit. And so if this trade is in profit, what do you do next? You move your safety net to profit. So right now, I'm going to tell you how many pips in profit it is. So then that way you guys can see how you guys can make money, because it's just, okay, so you're about 180 pips in profit right now from the entry point. Okay, so, and this is from this. Okay, so you're about 180, 190, so almost 200 pips in profit. So guys, that is more than enough pips for you guys to move your safety net into profit, at least 50 pips. Okay, and so that leaves you still with over 100 pips, you know, room, so that way in case it does come back down. Now, guys, if it comes back down and stops you out, that's not a bad thing. Again, you need to start thinking that if you're getting stopped out, it is a great thing because you're getting stopped out in profit, which means that your account balance is growing. It's not just equity. It's not just a trade that's open and you haven't secured the bag. No, you're getting stopped out in profit. A safety net is there to protect your account. It is there to protect you from blowing your account, because I know that there's people on this call right now who have blown accounts. As a matter of fact, drop some 5s in the chat if you guys have blown an account. Be honest, we're not here to judge. I'll drop some 5. I'm transparent. I've showed you guys my blown accounts. They're like hardcore negative when I blow an account. So guys, look at the chat and look at all of the 5s. Okay, so you're not alone. Now, that safety net would have protected you. Now, drop some 7s in the chat if you've blown an account and then later regretted not using a safety net, regretted not just closing out, regretted not just taking profit. There's a lot of people on this call that look at all those 7s, you guys. So we're not alone, right? So you got to understand that every single trade that is called out, at one point, it is in profit. At one point, those trades are going the direction that it is supposed to go. Now, this trade, you guys, was a great trade. Now, yes, the how do you call it? The Swipecoin scalper did call a sell and they were waiting for it. But guys, a buy will be called out soon. The minute that it catches momentum, then you guys will see that a blue arrow will be called, and they'll probably call it somewhere around here, right? Once it's getting closer to the 50 EMA, and you're going to see that this is probably the area that it needs to break and close in order for it to be a valid buy, right? And so these are things that you guys don't jump the gun, you know, proceed with caution. So you guys can be like, okay, well, Nick just kind of gave out a buy and he didn't give out any explanation. Now, every single person on these calls on Mondays, you all know about Fibs. You guys all have been told, go to Curtis Cobain, learn your Fibs. I posted on my Instagram today a buy that I caught on Ethereum. And it was a perfect buy, like a perfect sweet spot entry. There could not be a more perfect trade, right? A more perfect fib entry. And I posted it and I said, fibs don't fib. Like, guys, fibs do not fib. I say that, it sounds corny, but I live by that, guys. I really do trade with fibs. Like, when people ask me like, oh, well, what do you do and all this? I'm like, dude, I just trade with fibs. I trade with Fibs, proper risk management. I keep my confirmations. Like, I make sure I don't jump the gun. I literally trade with Fibs. And when people, they're like, oh, well, there's more. I was like, no, dude, like, there's not more. I keep it stupid simple. Like, I want to be able to make this simple, because if I start talking about all these harmonic patterns and candles and everything, I'm going to lose, 78% of people, because there's not that many people that are owls, personality traits, owls, analytical, want the facts, right? And so you want to make it simple. You want to make it to where people can be like, damn, it's that easy. I could do it. Not easy, simple, because they got to still put in the work, right? But is it that simple? Is it really that simple? Yes, it is. And it's funny because I have some people that have been trading longer than me. And when they see that I'm like, profit, they're like, how the hell? And I was like, dude, I just use Fibs. Like, and he's like, but what about this? No, just Fibs. I just do this. And they're just like, wow. But the reason why I feel that I've been just like successful is because of that, like the simplicity. Like, you got to understand that when you guys learn these, like, let's say Fibs, okay? Because, and I'm going to go into Ethereum so you guys can see, because that buy, like, we were in and people were like, okay, well, how did Nick call the buy, but the scalper called the sell? Yeah, the scalper is going off of momentum, you know what I mean? So that's something that you do have to look out for. But like, if you guys know Fibs and you guys know, like, high to low, how low can you go? That was a sell. I caught this sell, you guys. I caught this sell. It went for 18. I think I closed it out at 2,000 pips, if I'm not mistaken, maybe a little bit higher. Once it activated my buys, and I did have some buys, right? And I had some buys pretty low, and I actually got stopped out of my buys because I do have my safety net. So I got stopped out because it kept going down, right? And so I'm okay with that. Like, I have that safety net for a reason. I'm great with that. And the minute that it created a new low and a new high, I threw a fib on there, and look at that. That was a buy, you guys, which if you look at the area, it's right around the area that Nick called it. Nick called it at 3,200. And the second one was, what was it? 32 and 32.20. Okay. So me, like, here I have a buy at 32.03 and 32.07. So those were my buy areas, and you can see that it hit exactly into my buy area. So that was a confirmation for me to take the buy. Now, I am ballsy and I'll just like take it. Again, safety nets are there for a reason. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. And guys, I got stopped out. Like, it was in profit, and then I got stopped out, and then I entered again, and I got back in profit. You guys can see that this candle activated one of my trades, and then it came up, then it came down, right? I got in again. Like, the minute that it started coming back down, I got stopped out. And I only got stopped out, I think, with like 50 pips, which, trust me, guys, I take it. I don't care. And then I got in again, and then I just got in. And so these are things that, this was a simple confirmation that I had to see this, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take that buy. Do you see what I'm saying? And this Fibs, drawing a fib, like, this is something that you guys are gonna learn. Like, if you watch Picasso, if you guys watch Nick, like, these educators teach you these rules. And Crypto Picasso uses Fibs too. Like, all of his trades, like, if you ever watch any of his sessions, like, he not only uses Fibs, like this, he uses Fibs like this, and like, he just goes deep into his session. And guys, for those of you guys that don't know, the Fibonacci sequence, like, the whole world runs off of this sequence. And so you'll find a fib in everything. And so this is something that you guys should pay attention to. And it's gonna help you. Like, how many of you guys would have loved to have caught this sell? Because the educators don't really call out sells. Like, it's rare when they call out sells, because they prefer to set you up for a good buy than to catch those sells, right? Guys, this high to low, how low can you go? That sell right there, you guys. I mean, I'm talking like, look at this, okay? So right there, this is on Ethereum. This was 1,200 pips from where it was caught, okay? Now almost 1,300 pips. Now, if you caught it a little bit higher, then, you know, great. I actually did catch it a little bit higher the minute that I saw this candle here. I actually took us out. But this right here, you guys, would have been just a perfect little sell for you guys to take, and you guys could have capitalized on those pips, right? And then again, this low to high, where can you buy? Like, these are confirmations that you can use. Now, again, this trade that Nick called out, it's already in profit. It is a win no matter what. Like, does that make sense? Are you guys understanding that? Like, it doesn't matter what is happening. That is a win, because you should move your safety nets to profit. And if you get stopped out, it's not a boo-hoo-hoo, I got stopped out. It's a hell yeah, I caught a bag. No matter what size it is, I'm going to get back in, right? If the confirmations are there, you're going to get back in. And if you guys are wondering like, oh yeah, but why would I get back in? Even the educators get back in. I'm going to show you guys here. When you look at the chat, like here, okay, stopped out with profits on BTC, gonna let it settle and see how we close the month before the next setup. But before that, this trade, like, it stopped out in profit the second time, waiting to see if the 4 hour holds, invalidation point, blah, blah, blah. So he's saying that got stopped out in profit the second time. So what does that mean? That means that he's already given out this trade. It's already gone in profit, right? See, look here, BTC tagged the lower entry overnight. As always, cover entry with break even, stop loss, safety net, right? After 500 pips, continue holding for targets. If you would have just moved your safety net at 500 pips, guess what? You would have caught a 500 pip bag. And this actually did go up. And then that's when he's saying it got stopped out. Now he's going to wait to enter again. And that was the second time that we had already entered that trade. So if you guys are looking, see, well over 500 pips in profit, move your safety net. Every single one of the trades that they give out, the trade setups, those are areas that we're looking at to enter. So if you get stopped out in profit, that doesn't mean you get stopped out and that's it. That means that there's a possibility of you entering again. Now, one of the things that you have to control for yourself is your emotions, because if you get stopped out, instantly people want to get back in. Drop some twos in this chat if you are one of those people that's happened to you. You get stopped out and you instantly want to jump back in. You instantly take another buy, or you instantly take another sell. You know, don't be ashamed if it's happened to you, because it's happened to me, right? Again, the hardest thing to do with trading is to not trade. So I already know that there's people on this call that's happened to. So we got to control our emotions. If you get stopped out, celebrate the win. Hell yeah, take a minute, write in your trading journal. Do not take another trade until all of your check marks are confirmed. Do not take another trade until it is a safe entry, the safest entry possible. I want it to be like, I want you guys to be looking at the charts and thinking to get in a trade and hear my voice. Is this a safe trade? That's how my boy Daniel tells me. He's like, I always hear your voice. Like, is it a safe entry? Because guys, the safe entries is what's going to get you the money. All right. The safe entries is what's going to minimize your drawdown. So don't just jump in a trade. You guys have to look at it. You guys have to, again, do the whole thing again. Analyze it. Do we still have enough momentum to go to the upside? Is it just retesting that area? Because you guys already know they can call out a trade. It could come back down to that area and then shoot back up. Right? So these are all things that you guys need to ask yourselves. And again, keep your confirmations, like start check, and make sure that everything checks off for you guys to take that trade again. Okay. Too many of us, you know, I'm gonna throw myself in this equation, have lost trades because we jump in. We just jump back in and blindly, guys, blindly. And that is probably the worst thing that we can do. Also, revenge trading. If you guys take an L, do not get back in. You need to step away from the computer. Literally, put your phone down, walk away. Just walk away and take time to yourself to regroup, to just take it all out. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that you guys all need to do. Okay, right now, what you have in your trading account is not your money. Like you need to already that money is not yours. The way that you got to look at the money in your trading account, okay, is like if you're going to the casino, and I know that's like probably like the worst example, but it is the best example for what I'm going to tell you, because I don't want you to think that trading is like gambling, but I want you to think of it like, let's say we're all going to go to the casino, right? There's 37 of us on this call. We're all going to go to the casino. So we're all going to go to the ATM and we're going to pull out some money, right? And so that money that we pull out, we are willingly pulling it out of our banks to go to this casino to put it into these machines. And we know damn well that there is a very high probability that we're going to walk out that door without that money, right? So we already know, and we're willingly doing it. We're willingly going and putting our money into these machines to do that, right? So all of you guys right now need to cut the emotional ties to the money that's in your trading account. That is not your money anymore. That is, you know, it is up in the air. It is there. It is your MetaTrader's money. Like, it is not your money, okay? Because that money, that emotional tie that you guys have to it is what's fucking you guys up, because you guys don't want to lose it. And I always tell people, the reason why you're not being profitable is because you're not trading to profit. You're trading not to lose. A lot of you guys are trading and you guys are hoping you don't lose the money that's in the account. You guys are hoping that that balance doesn't go down, that you don't take some L's, that you don't take some lessons. So all you're throwing into the universe is don't lose, don't lose, don't lose. And all the universe is understanding is lose, 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 right? You're not trading to win. You're trading not to lose that money. Guess what? That money's not yours. So just cut the emotional tie right now and get that out. Because if you lose that money, chances are you're going to make some more money. You're going to, a lot of you guys are IBOs as well. You're going to get your residuals and you're going to make another deposit. Now, the whole point, yes, is to deposit and keep withdrawing, no more deposits. But guys, let's face it, we're traders. It's inevitable. These lessons are going to happen. Okay. So just cut that emotional tie right now. Right now, all of you say, that's not my money, right? All of you type it in the chat. That's not my money. That's not my money. That's not my money, because you guys need to cut that emotional tie right now. So when you guys are trading, there's no emotions attached behind that. Okay. Now, once you guys can do that and you guys can trade, then you guys are going to see it logically, and you guys are going to not trade to lose. Like, you guys need to trade to win. You guys need to trade to actually win, instead of worrying that you're going to lose the money that's in the account. Okay. The minute that you guys bought that Bitcoin and sent that transaction to your broker, the minute you did that, that money was not yours. That money is gone. It is in the air. It is, you can do without it. Okay. Now, if you keep trading, and I tell a lot of people, there's some people that they tell me like, I need to trade. I need to make this money because, of this or a bill or whatever. And I'm like, look, that's probably the worst that you can do, is trade when you really need it, because there's so much emotions attached to it that when you take a lesson, if you take a lesson, right, it's going to hurt you so much that you have more like a probability of walking away completely, because you're mad, you're scared, and it really fucked you up, as opposed to somebody who's just like, whatever. But the minute that you guys really, really get that in your, like, seriously think about it, you guys. How many of you, be honest with you right now, if there's anything from this call that you're going to take, it's going to be this. Be honest with you. How many of you are trading to not lose the money in that account? Like, how many of you are so worried that that balance is going to go down? And again, this is a judgment-free zone, no judgment here. If you guys are trading and you guys are so worried that that balance is going to go down, or that you're going to have to deposit again, like, if that is you right now, you don't even have to put it in the chat if you don't want to. Just accept it. Again, do not lie to yourself, because lying to yourself is what's going to keep messing you up. All right. That money that's in that account, again, is not yours. So that way, when you trade, you guys can trade freely and just logically, emotionless. This is a trade. It is, you can confirmation. Like, we need to build some trading robots. You know what I'm saying? Like, this confirmation, check, take the trade, check, don't take the trade. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. And so I want you guys to understand that a lot of the times, what you guys are thinking is what you guys are bringing about. So these confirmations, these trades that you guys take, the market analysis that you guys are making, like, all of that could be super logical and it could be clear as day. And then you mess up because the emotions get in the way. You mess up and pull out too early because you're afraid that it's going to go the opposite way. And instead of trailing a safety net, you guys choose to get out. And then that thing goes through the moon, to the moon, right? So these are things that, think about it. How many times has it stopped you from catching a bag? How many times has it stopped people that you know in your organization, right? And so a lot of the times we're thinking that, oh, I'm just not getting it. It's just not this. And again, who is stopping who from making money? There's a mirror right here, right? It's you. You're stopping yourself. And so those are the things that you guys really need to think about. Now, again, I'm going to go into the trade idea that Picasso gave out, this one, right? He gave it out. Oh shit, it was on Monday. Okay, so he gave this one out today as well. And so, right, today is Monday. Yeah, Monday. Guys, I don't even know what day it is. See what happens when you're quarantined? So here he's giving out this trade, and you gotta always read what Picasso says. Now, of course, this is the computer version, you guys. You already know that there is a app version for your phone, so you guys can see that it is right here. Okay, so the same thing, when you guys click on it, it'll give you all of the thing, like everything, and then on the bottom it'll show you where you got to read it. Okay, so it says here, going for another buy attempt here between 47.3 and 47.5. Stop loss, safety net, right? We're not using the word stop loss, it's a bad word. Safety net and trade invalidated with an open and close below 4,700 on the 1 hour. So guys, he is telling you right here that he's going for another attempt, but it is invalidated with an open and close below 4,700. Now, guys, did it open and close below 4,700? Yeah, I think it went to damn near 46, right? Yeah, it's at 46.9 or something now. And guys, so this trade obviously was invalidated, but for anybody that saw this buy and has the fear of missing out, they would have just taken it and they would have lost. They would have taken a hard lesson because they would have just jumped in this trade as opposed to waiting, following the rules, reading what Picasso is saying, doing their own analysis, right? And so these are the little things that we need to really teach ourselves and our squad. Like, we need to teach our people. We want our people to be successful. Guys, I want every single person on this call to make money. Like, I want you guys to tag me and be like, damn, I just, caught this many pips or whatever. I'm happy. Like, I want you guys to all make money. This is something that is too good to not share, right? And if you're missing these little things that could literally make you or break you in this industry. Now, yeah, is it that serious? Hell yeah, it is. Make you or break you, because if you take enough of these trades and take the L, you guys are going to walk away. I've said this so many times. I've seen it happen way too many times. People that walk away, people that badmouth this academy. And I'm just like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm over here, withdraw. I see my people making withdrawals and I see them just catching bags daily. And these people are walking away saying that IM doesn't work. I'm like, dude, it's an educational platform. Like, the information is there, the knowledge is there. Are you applying it? Are you applying it correctly? Are you working on yourself to be able to make it work? And so if you guys jump the gun, and if you guys aren't working on yourselves, and if you guys take enough of these trades and take those lessons, you're going to walk away, because it's not going to be worth it. I'm telling you right now. Okay, it's not going to be worth the monthly subscription that you guys have to pay, like your tuition. It's not going to be worth you guys putting more time, because you guys are just going to be taking lessons, and nobody wants to enroll and lose. It's very, very few people that'll take lesson after lesson, but stick with it and then make it. That was me, you guys. I just stuck with it because I knew that I was gonna master this. And I'm not even mastering it yet, right? But I knew that I was gonna get it and I was gonna be profitable. And I had a goal and I hit the goal. Like, I was able to reach my goal because of the consistency. And I took the lesson, and what did I do with the lesson? I celebrated it like I did the win, and I saw what I did wrong and I fixed it. And that's the beauty of it, is that you guys have the power to fix it. But if you guys are just taking the lessons and then crying about it, hoo, I took an L, I'm just gonna, you guys close your computer and throw your phone and go and lay on the bed and pout or whatever, but you don't fix what it is, or don't even know why you took the lesson, then you guys aren't gonna last, you know. And I've seen this industry chew up and spit out too many big people with potential, and it's sad. So the question is here, like, how far are you willing to go for yourself? And I'm talking about personal development wise, right? Because technical analysis, obviously we have it. We got the curriculum. We have more than enough live sessions, guys, more than enough live sessions. If you're brand new and you're not logging on to Sean on Go Live to watch Intro to Scalper, he's actually on an hour before this call. And if you guys aren't logging on to his session and watching him, and if you guys aren't on his Discord, not his Discord, I'm sorry, his Telegram. And if you guys aren't literally plugging into these educators that you all have free access to, like, let me say that again, free access to, like, this is not an extra buy-in unless you guys have Forex or HFX and you gotta, add it. But for those of you guys that enroll in DCX, it is free. You have these educators at your fingertips for free. So if you guys aren't plugging in, is it the Academy's fault? Like, is it IM's fault? Think about it. Is it? No, it is your fault. And so you have the technical analysis, you have the educational platform, you have the curriculum, you have people like me that are gonna like try and shove crypto down your throats till you guys love it. And the reason why is because we know that it works. And so the technical analysis is there. Now let's fix the other part. Like, how far are you willing to go to fix it? Like, if there's people on this call right now, right? And we still got 33 people. We lost a couple people, but we still got 33 people on this call, right? 32 now. So if you guys are seeing this, and if you guys are really like, okay, I need to really, really move with this, right? I need to make this happen. Like, there is no plan B, or there is no, this is my plan B, there's no plan C. Then you guys need to ask yourself, have that serious conversation with yourselves. Like, why isn't it happening for me? Like, what's going on? Okay. Because that's the only way that you guys are going to be able to seriously, like, take advantage of this, right? Take advantage of the trades that they call out. This is the only way that you guys are going to be able to, see if this is a good buy to take. And you see, this is a low to high. Where can you buy? Here is another low. Here's another high. Like, you guys could do this again. You know what I'm saying? Like, see here. I would have to like really zoom in to see, but this is another, it could be it's already in the area. No, the white candle is lower. But guys, look at that. That is a sweet spot. So, I mean, for people, this is what I talk about for people that, wait for a safe entry. Don't just jump in. If you guys would have seen that trade was called out, right? And if you guys would have taken it up here and then it came back down, of course you're going to be negative. Now you see this overshot the sweet spot there. So this could still keep going down, and if it already overshot your sweet spot, then just wait and put some buy stops over here. Like, how simple is that? Just wait for it to get the momentum on the way up and then catch it on the way up. Like, these are all little things that you guys could learn in the Academy, you guys, with the educators. And if you guys just go back and back test it, okay, if you guys have been on these calls, how many of you guys have actually gone and back tested Fibs, gone back and back tested, just back tested, back tested, back tested? Go onto your for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, the reason why I'm on Ethereum right now, you guys, is because Bitcoin spread is so high. Bitcoin, you do have to have a little bit more in your account to be able to trade it. I love Ethereum for brand new people because the spread is low. It moves beautifully, you guys. I just love the way that it moves. I was such a big pusher of Bitcoin until, it's easy for me to trade Bitcoin because, I have enough in my account to do so. But I wanted people to start off on Ethereum and then kind of graduate to Bitcoin if they wanted to. And so this is something that you guys could go back and just back test. And then that way you guys can get comfortable. And I tell people to do that all day long. Like, if you watch Curtis Cobain's sweet spot tutorial on his Go Lives and just learn it. Again, you guys don't even know how many times I've watched it, but I love Fibs. And so if you guys can just go, there's going to be some times where you're going to catch a trade before Picasso or Nick calls it out. There's going to be times where you're going to catch the trade before the scalper calls it out. You know what I mean? Like there's so much, I guess, power behind being able to mark that up and to be able to actually take that trade. Okay. Now, for those of you guys that are doing, that are just relying on the scalper, like my brand new people, you know, you could probably hear this call and be like, oh my God, like there's so much information. But again, it's just a matter of being patient and really understanding. Like sit down with the person that brought you in and have them explain how to actually take these trades, you know, how to put them into your MetaTrader, and how to wait for what it means to wait between these areas and wait for this candle closure, and why is it invalidated and all of that. Like there's more to just copy and paste. And I hate is a very strong word, you guys, but I hate when we hear people say like, oh, you just got to copy paste profit. It's not just copy paste and profit, you guys. Like you got to analyze, you got to do your part. And the copy paste profit, it is true to a certain extent, right? Because you do just copy the coordinates, put it into your MetaTrader, but you don't push the you don't push the place button until you've already done your analysis. And again, I feel that that is misleading to people that are brand new. I feel that it's something that we really need to like normalize not saying that. Normalize saying that we do have trades that they're given now, and with the proper, you know, technical analysis on your part, then you could just copy it and profit. Like I feel that we need to be honest. We need to be more honest with the people that we bring on board so they know what to expect. I'm 100% honest with people and I'll tell them straight up. And I feel like we all need to do the same. Now, these trades that you guys are using are great. And again, like the trade, is it still in profit right now? Yeah, like it's still in profit. Like you guys are, if you guys would have moved your safety net, you still wouldn't have gotten stopped out. Like that is powerful when you're seeing that. That is powerful when you guys can take a trade, and even if you did get stopped out, there's a possibility of you getting back in. Again, brand new people, if you just want to be safe and wait for this blue arrow to pop up, let's actually refresh this and see if we have anything. Any Nope. Okay, there's no buy called yet on the scalper. But if you guys want to just be safe and wait, then just be safe and wait. Follow the scalper. The scalper is legit too. Look at this sell that was called out. Now, where did we take the sell? We took the sell up here, right? Like I have the sell way up here, and look at the Swipecoin scalper where it called out the sell. So we would have waited here and you still would have caught a decent bag. So for those of you guys that are brand new, that you're listening to me and you're like, oh my God, that's so much. Just know this, the scalper is still a perfect tool to use because you guys are still going to make money. Now, this trade right here, if you guys would have taken it from this candle here down to here, that's still 650 pips. Are you guys going to be crying over 650 pips? No, you're not. That right there was still a great trade to take. Okay. This buy, when they called it out, this is where it needed to break and close. So if you guys would have caught it on this green candle right here, then you guys could have caught, let's say a good 500 pips on the way up. Okay. This sell, again, a great sell to take. You guys would have caught a decent amount of pips. So for those of you guys that are brand new, look at all of these arrows. Look at every single trade that is being called out. Of course, some of them, like this consolidation period, is not a good time to trade. But once you guys get those nice solid trades, they're good trades. So again, for those of you guys who are asking about the scalper, why is it that there's a sell here but a buy trade called out here? You already see where we see the buy, and of course the educators are going to try and give you the best entry possible. You guys just got to do your part. Okay. Again, if you just want to wait for the scalper, just wait for the scalper, you guys. There's nothing wrong with just waiting for the scalper and just waiting for it to call out that arrow. Or if you guys got in on Nick's trade, right? If you guys got in on this trade and you guys are in profit and already moved your safety net to profit, and then the scalper calls out a buy and it tells you, okay, it needs to break and close, you know, a certain area for it to be a valid buy. What are you guys going to do? Get in again, right? Just take the trade again, because once it breaks if it breaks and close and it meets all the confirmations for a valid buy when they calls out the buy, Why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you already in profit on one trade. You already moved your safety net into profit. And so you guys are getting another confirmation that there is enough momentum for it to call out a blue arrow, and you guys, and it meets your confirmation. Like, it literally breaks and close for it to be a solid buy. Why wouldn't you guys enter again? Like, a lot of you guys, I do have a lot of people that ask me why I stack the trades. And that's the reason why, is if I see either a pullback again, like here, I'm in this buy, got in on a buy. Look at guys, that would have been a good buy. You would have been in profit already. Do you see that? So those are reasons why I stack trades, because I got in here, I saw a possibility to get in again. You know, now I'm in profit, just move my safety. Even if I just move it to break even, it's a risk-free trade. Whether it comes back down or not, it's a risk-free trade. But when you guys start seeing the value in those confirmations, or just, you know, really looking at what is at your fingertips, like, and guys, this is not something that you have to look for, like, it's given to you. These educators are literally telling you where to look for the break and close. These educators are literally showing you, like, hey, you know, this is what you got to look for. And then again, it's not just in Bitcoin, like you guys can see here, this is Bitcoin, but they're giving it to you for Ethereum as well, you guys. So you guys can not only double up on because of the pairs, but, and then also because of the trades. Like, you got in on that Ethereum trade, and you guys could get in again when they called out this buy, or if you guys are going to do Fibs. Like, there's so many possibilities to get in. The only thing that I ask is that you guys really, really work on your mindset and use proper risk management, because without proper risk management, you guys are not going to profit. And again, we're here to be professional trade closers. I don't care how many markups you send in the chat. I don't care how many times you screenshot and you show that you're up, you know, $1,000, $2,000. I don't care. I want to see when it's closed. I want to see the profit. I want to see your balance increase. That's what we want. That's what your friends want. Like, the people that don't believe in this, that they're like, oh, you're just in one of those things or whatever. Like, they want to see profits. They don't care. And it needs to be on a real account. Like, you guys can't be doing it on a demo. The demo is great to practice, you guys. Don't knock the demo, but don't be lying to people too and telling them that you're doing all of this on a real account when it's your demo. Like, we want to see profits. Every single person on this call needs to be a professional trade closer. Okay, trade closing. That's what we want. All right. Well, guys, that's all I have for you right now. Let me see if we got any questions. Do you guys have any questions about this? Okay, no, we just got a lot of people just saying, you know, that's not my money. That's right, it's not your money. Guys, I really, really enjoy talking to you guys about all of this. You have no idea how much time and effort I put into how many pips you do for what's an SL. I don't know what an SL is, but an SN, a safety net, it's 200 pips. I usually do 200 to 300 pips myself to catch the, like, if I'm gonna do a 500 pip profit, then I usually do 200 to 250 to 300 pips. And guys, honestly, I had a lot of people tell me that that wasn't enough for a safety net, but bullshit, it is. Because if you guys are waiting for the safest trade possible, if you guys are being patient and waiting to get in, then you guys will have very minimal drawdown. Like, you guys saw that trade. Let me go back really quick. Okay. You guys saw this trade right here, right? Where it came up, it came down. So like, if we would have gotten in, we would have been in drawdown a little bit, and then it came right back up, right? And so like, you see how it came back down here. If you would have moved your safety net in profit, then you would have already, that would have been a little bag, right? And then you guys have a possibility of possibly getting in again. But if you guys would have just been patient, like Nick called the trade down here, right? So if Nick called the trade down here, but you didn't see it until right here and you got in, look at what you would have been in drawdown this amount, right? And so if you guys would have had a 200 pip safety net, then yeah, I mean, maybe you still would have been okay, but you still would have seen red. And my whole thing is that I can't stand seeing red, so I want to minimize that. And so if you guys wait like this, I would have literally put the fib high, low to high, where can I buy, and gotten in on that area. And sometimes for brand new people, I even take it one step forward and I wait. I don't even put a buy at the 50. I wait to see how far it goes, and then I put a buy stop. So then that way I ride that baby on the way up, as opposed to getting in, being in drawdown, you know? So what I'll do is sometimes is I'll put an alert here, like I'll do the alert and I'll just be like, okay, like alert here, you know, when it reaches that area at the 50, so then I could watch it and then I could, you know, act accordingly. I could either market execute, or I could wait for it to see how low it's going to go and then just do stops on the way up. And that eliminates a lot of drawdown. And so again, my whole thing is that I want to eliminate your drawdown and maximize your profits. And I want to eliminate the anxiety and the stress that you get from trading, and maximize the excitement and the love. Again, I want you guys to fall in love with this process, because trading is beautiful, you guys. You have no idea how profitable trading can be. And this is your career. Another thing that I want you guys to stop or to start thinking is that this is a career. This is you are traders. What do you do for a living? I'm a trader. Oh, like stocks? No, crypto. I trade crypto. I trade in the foreign exchange market. That is my career. This isn't some part-time little hobby that you guys are doing. Treat it like a hobby. It's going to pay you like a hobby. This is an education. People go to Harvard to become lawyers. People go to medical school to become surgeons and doctors, right? You guys are in an academy to become professional traders. So don't you dare sell yourself shorts and think that it's just a little thing that you guys are doing on the side. This is your career. You guys are making this a part of who you are, what you do. Okay? Do not sell yourself short. We all invested into an academy. We are no different than the Harvard enrollees right now. We are no different than the people that enrolled in whatever colleges in your city. We're no different. We are enrolled into an academy that is teaching you how to trade. It is teaching you a skill set that is going to pay you and your family for the rest of your life. Okay, so do not sell yourself short. You guys are traders. You guys are going to be making money. This is something that you guys need to embrace. Everybody in the chat right now, I want you to write, I am a trader. Type, I am a trader. I am a trader. Like, you guys are traders, okay? Every single person needs to accept it. You guys need to embody it. That is who you are, okay? So when you guys are learning this, you're learning it just like the people that go to school to become a lawyer, just like the people that go to school to become, you know, surgeons or whatever it is that you guys want to do. Like, you guys are professional traders, okay? You guys are professionals, all right? So we need to start acting like that, all right? Don't sell yourself short. Don't be embarrassed. You know, what you're doing is a legit trade. There are people, and I'm going to tell you guys this. So I'm actually taking my license to get my Series 7, right? So that is an actual trading, like a license to hold, to trade stocks and everything, right? So how is it that there is legit jobs, brokers that will hire me with that license, right, to do something that I'm already doing right now? I mean, obviously it's crypto, but I'm still trading to make money. So don't you dare sell your guys' self short, okay? Like, what we do is important. What we do right here is literally going to map out your rest of your life and the life of all of your family from here to come, okay? So with that being said, you guys, I appreciate you all being on this call. I hope you guys got some value from this call. If you guys do have any questions, please feel free to message me, call me, whatever. You know that I'm always here for you, and I'll answer any calls or any questions that you guys may have. But with that being said, you guys, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace.